What's something that sounds horrible, but is actually pleasurable once you try it? Public bathhouse in Japan or onsen. I don't think it qualifies as sounding horrible, but I think a lot of people feel uncomfortable getting naked and bathing alongside strangers. However, once you get over the initial jitters, it's absolutely amazing. No one cares. No one is judging. Everyone is just enjoying the amazing hot spring. Our most recent visit was the Heiwajima bathhouse, and we spent almost the entire day there. It was like a glorious spa day. A pickleback. Taking a shot of whiskey and then a shot of pickle brine doesn't sound like a good time. However, unless you simply dislike the taste of pickles, it's awesome. It seems as though the brine somehow neutralizes the whiskey. My girlfriend, who otherwise hates any sort of shot or straight liquor, and otherwise isn't a big drinker at all, will do 3 picklebacks in a row. Those scalp massage things that kind of look like alien torture devices. Throwing up when you have an upset stomach. It sucks before and during, but after you feel so much better. Obviously sometimes that's not the case, but I remember times when I ate something bad and was in bad stomach pain until I vomited and felt instant relief. Getting your back cracked. My boyfriend cracked my back when we started dating, and I was scared because of how loud the videos were online and stuff. But holy shit, I'm begging him to do it now and we have a routine. Cliché, but the first roller coaster ride at an amusement park. The first one you haven't experienced the stomach drop in a while and your heart is hammering and your knees are shaking a bit and your friends ask where and you immediately say the front and mentally shoot yourself in the mouth for your stupidity. You get to the front of the line and one of your friends takes all the stuff and says he'll see you guys when you finish. You wish you could join him. A bored employee straps you in and fear takes your heart and makes a stress ball out of it. You are pleading to God that the roller coaster doesn't kill you. You don't even believe in God. You're at the top of the hill now and holy shit, then just pure ecstasy. The ride finishes and you turn to your friend, a giant blinding smile painting itself across every inch of your face, and you say, "Can we go again?" Great feeling, really. Going to the movie theater alone. Going to the gym several times a week. Sacrificing comfort in exchange for change. It's like getting out of the lukewarm bath before it gets cold. Sure, you're comfortable now, but if you give it up as a choice before it gets cold, then you'll feel much better. My TENS unit. Sending small electrical shocks through your muscles sounds like torture. But when you set it up right, there is a twinge of pain and then it subsides. It's great. A vacation where you basically have no Wi-Fi or data access. After an initial withdrawal period, it's really amazing to feel present in the moment. Skydiving. You do feel nervous the first time right before you jump out of the plane. But after that, the rush is amazing and lasts for a couple hours. Drilling a hole through your fingernail. I had my thumb crushed by a winch handle and it started bleeding under my thumbnail and swelling straight away, and it was very painful. I started to drill the nail and then chickened out. The next morning I woke up in extreme pain from my entire hand and couldn't move my thumb. The pressure of the swelling was slowly pushing my thumbnail off, so that gave me the courage to drill it, and as soon as it broke through the nail, blood squirted everywhere and the pressure was relieved. The sensation of relief was amazing. 10 out of 10 would drill hole in my fingernail again. Switching your phone off for an entire weekend. Or if I have a small errand to run, I forget my phone at home and just hop in the car and go. My daughter accidentally scratched my eye pretty badly a few years ago, leaving a crescent-shaped cut in my cornea. The doctor told me to put some Visine on it, and it'd go away by morning. I spent the night in escalating, excruciating pain, and went to a proper eye guy first thing. I was already freaking out about the pain, and definitely didn't want someone mucking about in there. But he convinced me to let him put in a bandage lens like a contact lens, but thicker, and it holds the flap made by the cut down. Right before he put it in, he stopped and said, "I want you to remember this moment. ... And I will, because it was like a light switch turning off. First, blinding pain so bad I wanted to vomit. Followed by absolutely nothing. No hurt. I had to wear an eye patch for a couple of days. That's it. I love that he said, "I want you to remember this moment." Going in a capsule-type waterslide. It's really tense in the line, when you know how it works, and the noises are frightening. But once you go, you see it's a really cool feeling of going very fast in a tube. Give up smoking. Nearly a year for me. Best thing I ever did. Actually committing to learning a new language. Improves memory, plus now you're bilingual. not procrastinating. Bidet. Having an abscess tooth extracted. Before the procedure, it was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. I went in to have it pulled and the dentist tried to explain to me that they could save the tooth blah blah blah. I was in so much pain I just said take it out please. They numbed me up but it didn't touch the pain I was in. After a few minutes of them playing around in my mouth with a pick and pliers, I started to feel pressure on my jaw and the tooth popped out. The dentist was surprised and said, "Yeah, I bet that feels better." He said a bunch of infection came out, which is what he was vacuuming out. Immediate relief. Like no pain at all. Relief to the point that I was in ecstasy. I almost cried. Being incredibly shy about yours interests, then finding someone with the same interests and talking about it. Losing track of time in the processes. Not giving a about what people think. Waking up early to have a coffee as the sun rises. When you try proving something in mathematics and you do it. Best feeling ever. Having your ears cleaned out by someone else. Yeah baby. When I was in high school I was water skiing and took a hard fall that dislodged a giant earwax ball that clogged my ear. A nurse squirted some warm water in both my ears until all the wax came out. It seemed like I could hear leaves rustling from a mile away after that. Nasal irrigation. I thought it would sting. Turns out the right salinity levels make it extremely comfortable to drain your schnoz. I've seen some gnarly things come out my nose during a sinus infection. Spicy food. Once you build a tolerance, the endorphin rush alone is worth the initial pain. For you heat lovers out there, I highly recommend trying the tube of terror peanuts. Just one peanut will send the ordinary person to the emergency room. This is the only spicy food that has been way spicier than I expected, and it honestly kicks my ass because I struggle with capsaicin extract. I'd rather eat 5 Carolina Reapers over one of these peanuts. I can barely build a tolerance to mayo. D&D. I had a friend who, for literally years, would try and get the rest of us to play. It was a hard pass from me every Friday for about 3 years. I had no interest in sitting around and pretending to be a elf or whatever with 18 apostrophes in my name, all with stacks of rulebooks that are inches thick. No, thank you. Life's too short. Then I tried it. And of course it's wonderful. Sit around, chill with your friends, drink some beers, eat some fancy cheese, kill some imaginary goblins. Getting a pedicure always came off as something women, gay men do. Tried it and definitely one of the best ways to treat yourself. Am now happy to be woman, gay man. Those wire spider things you scratch your head with. Riding your bike long distances. It won't be pleasurable until you condition your butt and build your baseline. But once you do, a ride through the countryside at a leisurely pace is one of life's great pleasures, and will inevitably make you feel like a kid again. Asterisk Q that one person that has to post about their horrific childhood in response to my last point. Eating vegetables. I'm working on eating healthier and I'm still not eating salads, but I'll eat veggies in a stir fry at least. Sensory deprivation tanks. You strip down and get in a tank of body temperature salt water. The room is soundproof and pitch black. You just lie there for a bit and hallucinate. It sounds terrifying, especially for people with claustrophobia. But it's an incredible experience unlike anything I'd ever done before. I highly suggest everyone try it. This sounds disgusting, but definitely delivering your placenta after giving birth. You'd think it would hurt just as bad, or that you'd feel relief from popping an 8-pound human out of your now very sore genitals. But nope, no relief until the placenta just slides out. And then it feels like someone's been standing on your chest for 9 months and you can finally breathe again. I felt light as a feather. Insta satisfying. 10 out of 10 recommend. The kid's alright too, I guess.